This is going to be a short one. Ah, who am I kidding? I'm going to try and make this a short one. But day 3 update. I'm not done with the day 3. It's relatively early, but I felt like usually I do the update right after a stream, but there was no stream today because I spent the first half, like 2/3 of the day, in the fucking dirt. In the basement. There's a lot of dirt down there, but and then I was like, I don't feel like streaming once I was done. Point is, I did some stuff last night, and the way I described it to myself was being so happy to see the finish line, I forgot there was a second lap, and I'm currently halfway through respecking back away from the secret build. The secret build, one person guessed it. It was combo bow stuff, but there's this really cool, really fun word. It's not even a line. It's a single word. By the way, I got a Lactonial Caress. Thank you, Seer. I had 2 Seer nodes on the map, and one of them had a Lactonial Caress. This thing's really nice, which means that I don't pay attention to that. I'm halfway through the respec, but it means that now I can spec out of Hollow Focus and maybe grab like Runic Meridians or Way of the Mountain for some decent defense there, or just a bunch of extra sockets. But check this shit out right here. I could have saved myself like 250 going to 400,000 gold by the time I'm done fully respecking back. Read the second word of that description. It says melee. My original plan was to do bow combo stuff where I use Ice Strike and Shattering Palm during maps, Ice Strike on bosses to build up combo and freeze enemies, and then culmination in Snipe to deal a ton of damage. That just supports melee attacks, and I read that immediately after finishing my respec. Oops. So now I am working my way back over to respecking into the normal build. Again, I'm like halfway through it. I also forgot that the weapon set passives exist, so I had just like a bunch of bow nodes and a bunch of projectile nodes and stuff on my default tree, because again, forgot those things exist. But I'm working my way back into it. This lightning node is intentional for what it's worth, because of this node here. Break increased armor against targets with ailments. Starting to work on crit stuff. Now that I have the Lactonial Caress, because I just got those like 3 maps ago maybe. But now that I've got the Lactonial Caress, I want to find a way to use at least frenzy charges. This one's not. I need to respec out of that. And then I might be able to do this. It's not much faster, or not much better point-wise. It's not better at all point-wise to get to here, but we'll see. I do want to grab this as well. But I definitely want to find out a way to use frenzy charges, if not also endurance charges. Frenzy charges just because I can grab a decent amount of frenzy stuff pretty close on the tree. I can at least grab, frenetic and savagery. I could come down and grab frenzied bear. Not huge on that. Don't need resonance because I'm generating like a ton of all 3 charges. Ah, right, and then here it is. I was like, where's Fervor? I didn't know it was called Fervor, but I was like, where's the +2 max frenzies? But I could grab at least frenetic, fervor, probably savagery is not too far away. And then I could try and find a way to consume a bunch of frenzy charges as well. Especially now that I don't need Killing Palm. I was using Falling Thunder there for a bit, but I'll replace Falling Thunder with something that consumes frenzy charges. Hollow Form with a Whirling Assault to generate all my charges. And then the Hollow Form isn't amazing single target. It's not horrible, but it's not amazing single target. So get some frenzy charge thing that is big single target. Maybe like Wind Serpent's Fury. I know that's a spear skill that consumes a bunch of frenzy charges. I don't know. I might also drop Lingering Illusions so I can pick up another spirit gem of some sort. I don't know what it would be. If I get more spirit, I could drop Lingering Illusion and Trail of Caltrops and try and pick up maybe like some sort of like, conditional, some trigger skill like cast on something. the hollow form doesn't generate me energy for, at least for cast on crit. So it would most likely, do I have I don't have a level 14 spirit gem, but we can look at it, look at him here. I could do like a cast on dodge or something like that. I could do just eternal rage so that I could just get a bunch of rage, so I don't have to worry about that. I could go for some form of banner, not dread banner. I would probably go, where's it at? War banner, just to get a bunch of extra attack damage and attack speed, throw that down on bosses. I don't believe hollow form generates you glory either. But I could also, you know, it's only 30 spirit, but I could go for a Wind Dancer. Same with War Banner, it's only 30. Wind Dancer would get me a bit more defense. I'm sure there's other stuff here that I'm not even thinking about. Mana Remnants or Attrition. Attrition's not huge, just because it takes so long to build up all that extra stuff, and I don't want to spend that long fighting a boss in the first place. But Mana Remnants could be good. I don't believe, since it's so conditional, I don't believe hollow form would do that. I could just do blink, because blink is fun. Defiance banner, again, it's another one. Don't really care for it because it's defensive. I'd mostly want it for bosses. Time of need, I could just get some extra regen for life, stuff like that. A lot of stuff I could do. A lot of stuff I don't need to do. Bark skin, that's armor, so I probably wouldn't do. Bark skin. Maybe Alchemist's Boon for flasks. I'm just looking through this. Or maybe, you know, I grab just Berserk and Eternal Rage. I need 130 extra spirit for that. But I got the Blasphemy. And I need to put gems into Hollow Focus, but I'm also going to spec out of it. But I got the Blasphemy. I got Repulsion up to level 15, so it hits level 74 enemies. This is really nice. I'm thinking Hollow Form. I'm going to drop this Perpetual Charge. In fact, I'll do that right now. There's a support gem, so it'd be down here for Concussive Runes. Nope, ignore that. Ignore that. I don't know what half the hotkeys in this game do somehow. But that should help my AoE a bit. Anything else? Not really. Like I said, no stream. Sorry if you were looking forward to that. No stream today because I didn't feel like it. I guess maybe I might do some late night stuff. But I didn't want to try to be entertaining on the internet. So I didn't have to. Again, I mean, I completed a couple of maps in the area there as well. So got more Asmiri Spirit points, went for Vivid Spirits because the deck stuff is the best for me. I will still wait to do any of the big progression stuff on stream, and I will be streaming tomorrow. There's like almost zero chance that I end up crawling through dirt for 6 hours tomorrow. But so I'll do on stream tomorrow, Burning Monolith, you know, some of this stuff. Bunch of mapping, basically. It'll be fun. For me, fuck if I think... yeah, I was going to say fuck if I know if you will find it fun. But then I also, for some reason, said think. Brain bad. I said... listen, I said this was going to be a short one, but I then also immediately corrected myself and said that that's not going to happen. So tell me you're surprised. I guess if you want to lie to me. This is where the two Moment of Zens were. I got some gloves. I got the Loctonial Caress, obviously. And then I got Prisoner's Manacles. These things were alright. Increased stun buildup, a bunch of other stuff as well, but or increased immobilization buildup, but you can't stun enemies, so I was like, eh. I got a Painter's Servants and Dreadfist. This thing actually is really cool. If you haven't seen Dreadfist with Fist of the Stone yet, you get some crit chance, which is nice. You get increased Thorns crit damage bonus, and you deal your Thorns damage to enemies you crit with melee attacks. So you could do some like Thorn stacking stuff, but then you don't have to wait for enemies to hit you, so you can actually make it like functional against bosses. Seems really cool. But not for me for now. Oh, also, someone mentioned Nazir's Judgment. I don't have it socketed, obviously, but I don't have it with... I have sockets on it, but I don't have anything in there. But the damage drop-off from not having the plus levels to the all melee skills... Obviously, this does have the increased melee damage against heavy stunned enemies. So it would have been slightly better against, you know, like bosses once they were stunned. Slightly better than it showed off, and days on hit, so I don't have to worry about that, but I'm already getting days from the tree, so that's not a huge issue. And again, this has the +3 levels, which is really nice, plus higher attack speed. I still need to get just a better actual physical staff. But, that's it. That's day 4. I'm still, again, halfway through the respec. I guess I showed you the tree. I say halfway, I'm actually most of the way done with it. I need to, pretty much unspec these lightning nodes here, just because I don't need the damage penetration, since these lightning nodes are for mostly just to have the shock or ailments on this one. I could probably get rid of some of this stuff. Oh, yeah, I can definitely get rid of these points here as well. I can get a bunch of points out here. And then go and grab some defensive nodes, because I am significantly squishier than I was. Might just respec the bells over to Way of the Mountain as well. That's the right button. Pressed it, but I was so surprised that I pressed the right button that I just assumed it didn't. But I might respec these bells now that I don't need them for power charges over to Way of the Mountain. I'm stunning enemies quite often, especially with the Blasphemy with Repulsion and Concussive Runes. Concussive Runes isn't stunning as much as just dealing extra damage, but I might be able to get Way of the Mountain, which will help me against, mostly against non-bosses, but even against bosses I'll occasionally just get 20 of this, so I'll get a bunch of extra damage. And then, since I'm going crit, I could go Hollow Resonance, but I don't think it triggers off of Hollow Form, so I'd probably just go Runic Meridians. Anyway, that's the update, that's the plan. Tomorrow, actual progress on the map device other than just, like, you know, clearing. Obviously, getting some better gear would be nice. Still haven't come across face breakers, so don't know if I'll ever be switching back to unarmed. Could be fun. I also might eventually drop Whirling Assault for, I forget what the skill is called. I believe it is a mace one. Not Hammer of the Gods, obviously. Hammer of the Gods is conditional, so the Hollow Form can't do it. I forget what skill it was. Basically, it's skills that have like huge attack time on them. But I just forget. Maybe I might have even just been Rolling Slam. Because I get to stick with all the stun, with the physical stuff, and it has the big attack time, so it works well with Hollow Form. We'll see. That might even be something I do just like non-Fist of Stone phase breakers for. That's the update. At least I corrected myself when I said it was going to be short. I'll make some actual progress for tomorrow's update.